Number 1. In science, students were conducting a lab experiment to determine the number of drops of water that will fill certain containers. The data collected by a group of students is shown in the table below. Which equation best represents the relationship between X, the drops of water, and Y, the water volume in milliliters? So what are you doing to X to get to Y? Number 2. For every 2 hours, there are 7,200 seconds. Which equation best represents the number of seconds S in a given number of H hours? So my suggestion is to make a T-chart. For 1 hour, how many seconds? For 2 hours, we know there's 7,200 seconds. And then you can look and see what you're doing to get from X to Y. Number 3, which situation best represents an additive relationship? A, Alyssa's school has 7 6th grade classes. Each class has the same number of students. B, Alyssa runs 6 laps around the track. Each lap is 1/4 of a mile. C, Alyssa saw 7 bookshelves in the library. Each bookshelf has the same number of books. D, Alyssa's class started with 17 students. Each month, a new student joins the class. Number 4, which graph best represents the points as the vertices of a rectangle? So which one of these graphs goes over 3.75 and goes down -4.25? Over 3 3/4 and up on 1, and so forth. Number 5. The graph below shows the number of words per minute that Paola types. Which of the following statements is true about the relationship represented on the graph? A. The number of minutes is the dependent quantity because it depends on the number of words. B. The number of words is the dependent quantity because it depends on the number of minutes. C. The number of minutes is the independent quantity because it is represented on the y-axis. Or D, the number of words is the independent quantity because it is represented on the y-axis. Number 6, in which quadrant would be the point 3.6 and -4 to be located? F, quadrant 4, G, quadrant 3, H, quadrant 2, or J, quadrant 1? The graph below shows the relationship between the side length of a regular hexagon and its perimeter. Which table best represents the relationship between the side length of a regular hexagon X and its perimeter Y? Make a T-chart. And then match the T-chart that you make from the graph to one of the answer choices below. Number 8. Arthur is recording data about a plant's growth in the table below. Based on the information in the table, which equation best represents the relationship between the number of weeks X and the height of the plant in centimeters? Number 9. The table below shows the number of laps Dana ran on the school track and the time it took in minutes for her to complete the laps. What is the independent quantity in the situation? A, the number of laps. B, the number of minutes. C, the distance around one lap on the track. Or D, the time it takes to run one lap. Number 10. Graph 1 and 2 are shown below, represent relationships that have different rules. Based on the information in graph 1 and 2, which statement is true? F. Graph 2 represents a multiplicative relationship because a value is multiplied by 10 and it includes the ordered pair 0, 0. G. Graph 1 represents a multiplicative relationship because a value is multiplied by 3 and it includes the ordered pair 0, 0. H. Graph 2 represents an additive relationship because a value of 10 is added and it includes the ordered pair 0, 0. Or J. Graph 1 represents an additive relationship because a value of 3 is added and its graph does not include the ordered pair 0, 0. Number 11. Large Texas oranges weigh 1/2 pound each. Which graph represents the relationship between the number of oranges N and the weight of pounds P? Make a T-chart. N for the number of oranges, P for pounds. 1 orange weighs how much? 2 orange weigh how much? And then match the graph to your T-chart. Number 12. Mariah was plotting the points below and noticed that all of the following points satisfy a given set of conditions when plotted on a coordinate plane. Which of the following best describes the conditions all the points would satisfy? F. All the points are located in quadrant 1. G. All points have y greater than or equal to 1. H. All points have x greater than -2. Or J. All points would reflect across the y-axis in a different quadrant. Number 13. Karen orders her groceries from a store that charges her $5 extra to deliver the groceries to her home. Which of the following shows the relationship between the cost of Karen's groceries and the amount of her bill? So whatever groceries she buys, they add an extra $5. So if she spends $12 on her groceries, then you add $5 for delivery to get her total. So you should make a T-chart of the amount she spends on her groceries and then add $5 to get her total. Does your T-chart match this T-chart? Does it match the graph? Does it match the equation? Or did none of them match? D, not here.